Whether or not you believe your state is a good place to live, there are definitely some states that are a lot worse based on healthcare, education, economy, crime, and other factors. Today we're going to be looking at the worst states to live in the USA for 2020. These are some states that you definitely want to reconsider moving to. And if you already live in some of these states, then you might want to consider moving out. Of course, every state is livable, but these states have a very low quality of life just based on all these factors, and you're more likely to have a better experience in other states. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't visit these states. There are a few states on this list that I actually look forward to going to. I would just never live in these places. And this is a top 8 list, by the way. So since all that is cleared up, it's finally time to move on to the list. Number 8, Oklahoma. Oklahoma is considered by most people as a southern state, and a lot of these states are going to be southern. Based on the US News Best States ranking, which I'm going to use for this entire video, Oklahoma was ranked 47th in healthcare, 39th in education, 34th in economy, and 41st in crime. I actually know some people from Oklahoma, and they hate it there. It's really bad when the residents of a state actually join in with the insults. And this is why Oklahoma makes number 8. Number 7, Alaska. In summer 2019, I visited the last frontier and I had a great time. I went to Anchorage, Juneau, and some other towns. And it's by far, in my opinion, the most beautiful state. But that absolutely does not mean it's a great place to live. While Alaska is 25th in healthcare, which is the middle of the road, it is 47th in education, 46th in economy, and 48th in crime. And it has one of the highest violent crime rates in the US. Yeah, I'm guessing there are only a few types of people who live in Alaska. People who love the cold, people who want to get away from the hustle and bustle of cities, people who like open space, and people who were born there. If you just like the beauty of Alaska, I would just consider visiting it often instead of moving there. So all that is why it makes number 7 on our list. Alright guys, so my house is really loud right now, but I'm going to move to this room. Hopefully it doesn't have as much echo. But also I just wanted to say, if you haven't noticed already, I changed my YouTube name to Travel Hawk because I thought it would just be better than Travel Analysis, and I thought it would draw in more viewers. So anyways, number 6, West Virginia. People from West Virginia might be saying, wait a second, there's a whole song written about us, Country Roads. You know, the song by John Denver. Well, I have some bad news for you. That song was actually written about Maryland. And John Denver hadn't even been to West Virginia when he started writing it. They just later changed it to West Virginia because it sounded better in the song. So anyways, on to the stats. West Virginia is ranked 48th in healthcare, 44th in education, dead last in economy, and 21st in crime. It's really bad when your state's best attribute is 21st out of 50. But hey, at least West Virginia has the lowest housing prices in the nation. Yeah, all in all, if you're moving to the East Coast, I don't recommend West Virginia. And that's why it makes number 6 on our list. Number 5, Arkansas. Arkansas is ranked 49th in healthcare, 42nd in education, 43rd in economy, and 47th in crime. One of the towns in Arkansas, Pine Bluff, only has a population of about 42,000 people, and it also has one of the highest teen pregnancy rates in the nation. That means it matches up with all the big cities. You know, the ones who have like 100 times its population. You know, we've been hearing a lot of negative information in this video, so I'm going to share a fun fact. Arkansas has the highest divorce rate in the nation. Oh. So yeah, there's not much good about Arkansas, and that's why it's number 5 on our list. Number 4, New Mexico. The Land of Enchantment ranks 34th in healthcare, 49th in education, 47th in economy, and 49th in crime, although I've heard some people say that it is 50th. New Mexico has the highest property crime out of any state in the USA. No matter what category it is, New Mexico always seems to be at the bottom. But here's one actual good fact about New Mexico. It is the most PhDs per capita in the United States. But despite that, it still makes number 4 on our list. Number 3, Mississippi. Even though Mississippi is getting better, it still has the highest poverty in the USA. It ranks 50th in healthcare, 46th in education, 48th in economy, and 26th in crime. So basically all a Mississippian can say is, at least we're not too dangerous. Mississippi's natural environment ranking is 11th? Oh, okay. Don't know how I feel about that one, but okay. Well, this is also coming from a place who ranked Oregon at number 30 for natural environment. And everyone knows that's not true. Oregon has like national parks and mountains and stuff. What does Mississippi have? I don't get it. Whatever, but this is why Mississippi is number 3 on my list. Number 2, Louisiana. So the only reason Louisiana isn't number 1 is because it has amazing food. And it has New Orleans, which is a very cultural city. Anyways, Louisiana ranks 45th in healthcare, 48th in education, 49th in economy, and dead last in crime. Also, I can't really find the source for it, but Louisiana has one of the highest incarceration rates in the nation. And I can't find the source, but I read somewhere that almost 1% of its population was in prison. Even though its rankings are bad, I still really want to visit Louisiana one day. But you can't ignore the facts, and that's why Louisiana is number 2. Number 1, Alabama. Sweet home Alabama, the land of, bad education? I don't know, that's what it seems like from looking at the facts. Even though let's just call it brotherly and sisterly love, isn't as bad in Alabama as you might think, the stats are still terrible. The Yellowhammer State ranks 46th in healthcare, dead last in education, 45th in economy, and 45th in crime. In fact, Alabama's best attribute is fiscal stability, and it's still just middle of the road. And there is one funny thing I'd like to add. So states like Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi, all of them, they say that Florida isn't a southern state. They're like, oh, Florida doesn't count as a southern state. Yeah, that's a good thing, you realize, because all of the southern states have bad stats. It's just a theme, except Florida. Florida actually has good stats. It has, like, good education, good economy, stuff like that. Like, you're saying it doesn't qualify as a southern state is true because it's better than you. So anyway, that was my list, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and as said before, I changed my name to Travel Hawk because I just thought it would be, better and more attractive to read than Travel Analysis, and I hope you guys like that better, even though I only have like 3 subscribers, but still. Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to say that. So, be nice, stay safe, and I'll see you next time on Travel Hawk.